look at this graph. We know this is not a sine and a cosine, or tangent and cotangent. We know this graph either secant or cosecant. So the easier way to determine what type of a function of the graph it is, we do the other way around. So we graph the other direction by using this graph. So I know this is asymptote because within the asymptote here, there's a gap between each curve. So now I just pick the vertex point on the graph here, and then I combine the vertex point, put it all together. So kind of like just follow the curve they have, just sketch the graph. Now the red color line here, that represents the reciprocal of the curve here. So when I look at the reciprocal of the curve, which is the red color line here, I know this is a negative sine function. This is a negative sine function because the positive sine function usually have this increasing curve. But this graph has the other way around. It has a decreasing curve passing to 0, 0. So we know this is a negative sine function. What is the amplitude? If you look at the amplitude of the peak here of the red color graph, it's a 1. So here is a negative 1. So we know the amplitude is 1. So normally we don't need to write down the 1. But we do need to know what is a b. So in order to find a b, you need to find the distance of the one period. So we begin with a 0. We take this as a begin point. So the one complete rotation will stop at this location. We'll stop it here. Okay, so this is a pi. So from 0 up to pi, that is a 1 period. So we know 1 period is getting from 2 pi over b if they have the b value. If the b is 1, when you solve it, you'll find the b is 1, which is your period will be equal to 2 pi. That's a standard size of the sine and cosine. They have the 1 period equal to 2 pi, but sometimes they change the frequency, number of the frequency within the 1 period. So we need to find the b value. So from the graph, we determine the p. The period is 1 pi, so I put down the 1 pi. Now equal 2 pi divided by b, so b is equal 2. So now we replace the b with 2. But keep in mind, negative sine 2x is the function of the red color graph. We are looking for the reciprocal of the red color graph. So we know by using the reciprocal identity, we know the graph from the question asking is a negative cosecant 2x. So that would be the question of the function of the graph.